Chapter dimmed.
This is Chapter 13, Section 2, Different Types of Delivery. There are 4 types of delivery. The first one is manuscript speaking, and this is defined as you write down your speech and read it word for word in front of your audience. This technique is frowned upon. Reading may ensure that you don't forget your speech, but reading directly from your paper is not presented well and is not very interesting. This appeal can be helpful when talking about sensitive topics. And some methods or some ideas for manuscript speaking would be indicate in your writing, for example, where to pause and indicate by like slashes, and you should type your speech in short phrases that you can easily scan, and you should practice your manuscript, and you should make eye contact and use your normal tone of delivery, so not too fast or too slow, and mark your manuscript with emphasize your words so your speech can be better, and use appropriate gestures. The next type of speech delivery method is memorized speech, and this allows for maximum eye contact, and most memorized speeches sound over-rehearsed, and you also may forget things, because if you just memorize your speech, you might just stand there awkwardly and forget what you're supposed to be saying, and you might go off topic. And you won't be able to make adaptations to your speech. And appropriate occasions to prepare a memorized speech would be accepting an award, making an announcement, or introducing a speaker. And you need to ensure that your presentation is interesting and lively. So, for example, at award shows, we all know that the speeches are rehearsed, but they're still really funny, and they're just great. The next type of speech is called impromptu speaking, and this is when you answer like a question in class, or your teacher just asks you a question and you're supposed to give a random answer. This is called speaking on your feet or off the cuff, and you can speak informally, maintain direct eye contact with the audience, and then this lacks logical organization and research, because obviously you're just giving an just off the cuffs answer, and you don't have time to look up anything or answer when you answer your question. And if you know you're giving a speech, you should prepare and rehearse it. And the last type of speaking delivery method is called extraneous speaking. And this is the best approach to speaking. And you speak from a general outline, not a manuscript. So, for example, this would be a general outline. So this was for my introduction speech, and this is my outline. So I read all the stuff that's highlighted directly, but the points under that I wouldn't read directly, because you want to make your speech conversational. You rehearse the speech and you make key ideas. So for example, the outline would be the main points. And like I said before, it's conversational speech, and the audience can pay more attention to it. And you can draw your energy from the crowd, so if it's something that you're really passionate about, people will really like it. And the next topic is how to give an impromptu speech. You should first consider your audience, and you should first consider your occasion. So, for example, if you're giving a speech about why you're passionate about technology, maybe you would give your speech to people who also love technology. And you should be brief, and you should organize. You should relay personal knowledge. So for example, I love technology, so I would give my personal experiences about me working with technology. You should speak honestly. The next is develop extraneous speech. So for early rehearsal, you should use as many notes as possible, and as time goes on, you should not rely as much on your notes. And the later rehearsal, don't memorize your speech. If you start to memorize it, then you should find other ways to rehearse it. And your final rehearsal is you should revise your speech notes so you can ensure that you don't memorize your speech. And that is all. Have a nice day.
Text shutter button.